So AH just demolished her own homelessness arguments. That's right. You know, the argument where she says, you can't sue me. I'm homeless. I'm not a resident of the United States anymore. Yeah, she took that apart while going after her own team and suing them. She admits to so many other things as well. Yeah, you can tell that she is terrified of her own team betraying her. She's afraid she's going to have to pay her own bills. She's afraid that they're going to start speaking out, which they will. They're going to make declarations as well. You and we are going to talk about all of this today too. Oh man, I mean this is fun times. This is fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. So do you remember that argument about homelessness with AH admitting that she had fled the United States, she had sold off everything, therefore she's homeless and no longer a U.S. resident? Yeah, AH has decided to burn that argument down. She's done it quickly too. It's like her lawyers, they don't read their prior arguments. I mean, this stuff is amazing. She's essentially decided to sue her own insurance company. She's filed a countersuit, and when she's done that, she has to answer every one of their claims. And the first things that she does on the first page is burn down her homelessness argument. See, she's answering number 4 here. Number 7 here, where they talk about jurisdiction. That was a jurisdictional argument. The argument by the insurance company was that she resides in the Central District of California, that she is, and at all times herein mentioned, was an individual who is a citizen and resident of the United States. Well, remember in the past, this was her argument, and we're talking about past as in a few weeks ago. Respectfully submits that it's premature to enter a scheduling order for 2 reasons. First, there's no diversity of citizenship. Was not a resident of the United States when New York Marine filed its lawsuit and is not now a resident of the United States. Therefore, this court lacks jurisdiction. Notice that there. You lack jurisdiction. You can't come after me at all. Well, now she's saying, as far as jurisdiction is concerned, yeah, you know, the venue in California, the one that I was arguing over, that actually might be proper. AKA, yeah, you know what? I was a resident there at one time. In fact, answering paragraph 7, she admits that she is a natural person and was domiciled in California at the time of filing. Therefore, all of this filing right here, talking about a stateless status, talking about how it destroys the argument, and the insurance company can't come after her anymore. All of that, it comes tumbling down. And that's just the start of what she does here. See, what's amazing is that she takes apart other arguments as well. Arguments that say that her own lawyers, they shouldn't be asked questions. They shouldn't be filing declarations. Why? Because that could be damaging to what she's saying in her appeals process. Well, interestingly enough, while she's going after her insurance company, she does damage to the argument that she's using in her appeal. See, she talks about the factual allegations, the insurance policy. In order to talk about the insurance policy, she has to talk about the lawsuit. That would be JD versus AH. And when she does, she gets to this little point that she's denied over and over again, this point of actual malice. You know, when you did this, did you do this willfully and intentionally? That's one of the things that's supposed to keep her from being sued. Number 24 here, it says, as detailed in the special verdict form, With regard to each of the three statements at issue, the jury found that JD had quote-unquote proven all the elements of defamation and answered in the affirmative to all the following questions. Number 1, was the statement made or published by AH? Number 2, was the statement about JD? Number 3, was the statement false? Number 4, was the statement had defamatory implication about JD? Number 5, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by AH? And number 6, due to the circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than JD. Now, in number 25, it gets to if you answer yes, do you find that JD has proven by clear and convincing evidence that AH acted with actual malice? Now, remember, she has over and over again denied the idea of actual malice. Well, when you look at this right here, she has to admit that yes, that's the way things played out. The jury, they indeed said that this was done, and this was done intentionally to damage. Quote, answering paragraph 24. AH admits that the special verdict form in the JD lawsuit is the best evidence of its content and that the jury answered yes to the questions 1A, 2A, and 3A in the special verdict form. So she's telling you all of the questions that were in there, everything they said, yes, they answered yes to everything. And answering paragraph 25, the thing about actual malice, she admits that the special verdict form in the JD lawsuit is the best evidence of its content and that the jury answered yes to the questions 1B, 2B, and 3B in the special verdict form. So yes, the damage was there. Now, like I said, that's amazing, considering she said that these lawsuits here from her insurance company, they didn't need to go forward because damage could be done to that thing. It wasn't over yet. She could win, and if she won that appeal, well, they would be the ones that were damaging her case. Yeah, she's decided to destroy all of those narratives. She decided to destroy the lie about actual malice. She's decided to destroy the lie about homelessness and about venue. She's instead going with the idea, we had a deal. We had a deal. You struck that deal with me. You owe to pay. You've got to pay, in fact. Oh man, you couldn't write this stuff out better if you tried. But anyway, leave me your comments. There's going to be more of this as well, so share this. I'm sure it's going to be fascinating. If you want to help out the channel, links are in the description too. We could always use your help, but you being here, biggest help of all. So thank you. I appreciate you. Until next time, we will see you soon.